dedicated pair of photocentric sleuths work tirelessly solving crimes against plants. Two ex-cops who commit their lives to helping plants, Detectives Root and Appleby, make up the Photosynthetic Organism Detective Service, PODS.
You ready to go fight some plant crime?
Favorite investigative team as they solve cases, help plants, and teach us all a little more about the plants around us.
Congrats.
Aw, thanks, Appleby. It's a strange feeling being the father of a kid for the first time, but it feels nice. Really nice.
Yes, this is Detective Appleby. What? A what? Alright, we'll see what we can do. This lady says she's looking at the last two Sri Lankan red-painted spider plants.
What kind of plants?
A Sri Lankan red-painted spider plant.
I've never heard of those.
Me either, but says if we don't do something soon, they could be extinct.
Well, let's get on that.
Isn't it just beautiful and so fragrant?
So that's what she wants to save?
Ma'am, I thought you said you had two of these plants. Where's the other one?
I do. I keep the other one over there. These are such unique tropical plants, it'd just be a shame if they were to go extinct.
So, you want to make more of these? Why don't we just use that machine at the office?
What machine, Appleby?
The copy machine.
Appleby, that's not how new plants are made. Ma'am, you need to get these two plants together so that nature can take its course.
I don't understand, Detective.
Well, it's awfully hard for these plants to sexually reproduce if they're so far apart.
Sexually reproduce?
Root, you mean plants have sex?
Why, of course, Appleby. Take a look at this. Now, most plants are the flowering kind, just like the painted spider plant. In flowering plants, there are male parts and female parts.
Root, there's a lady in the room. Let's keep this PG.
It's all right, Appleby. The male part of the flower is called the stamen. The stamen has the pollen grains, which carry half of the genetic material needed to make an embryo or a seed.
What carries the other half?
The female part is called the pistil, and it holds the ovule, which has the other half of the genetic material.
Then what, Root?
Well, if the plant is something like a fruit tree, such as an apple tree, the ovary becomes the fruit, bearing the seeds that will eventually become the new fruit tree.
You mean I'm eating an ovary?
Well, it's not a big deal, Appleby. Well, actually it is. It's very complex. Take a look at this.
Plants can reproduce sexually or asexually. In sexual reproduction, the egg is fertilized by the sperm and an embryo develops. The process of meiosis occurs during production of pollen or eggs. In flowering plants, a flower is pollinated when a pollen grain lands on the stigma. Pollen grains germinate on the stigma and grow down the style to reach an ovule or egg within the carpel. Fertilized eggs develop into seeds. Each carpel grows into a fruit which contains the seeds. Seeds are then dispersed by wind, water, animals, or insects. Many plants can also reproduce asexually. This means there is no genetic recombination. The offspring are identical to the parent. The earliest plants probably reproduced asexually. Some examples are bulbs formed by onions and daffodils, stolons produced by strawberry plants, and aspen groves which send up new stems from their roots. Some ancient plants, such as ferns and mosses, produce spores and reproduce both sexually and asexually. All organisms must reproduce in order to keep their species alive.
See? Sperm plus egg equals embryo. It's the same way in humans. See? Ain't that a cute kid?
Look, detectives, I did exactly what you said. I put the last 2 painted spider plants together and a new plant came up. I guess they reproduced and a seed was developed, producing a whole new plant.
That's exactly what happened, ma'am. I guess you're on your way to starting a whole new successful Sri Lankan red painted spider plant program.
Gee, ain't that a cute kid?